Hi guys, this is Danger Rock here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Toy Story Interactive Buddies Buzz Lightyear from 2009. Now this was a Toys R Us exclusive. It also came with a Woody, but unfortunately I don't have it. But I did just get this guy in the mail today, and I'm really excited about reviewing him because he's a little rare, and I do remember seeing this guy back at the store back in the day, but I never got around to picking him up. But I recently got him off of eBay, and he's really cool, and I want to compare him to another Toy Story 3 Buzz Lightyear that I have from Thinkway Toys. So when we look at Buzz here, he has the same kind of look that he has with all the other Toy Story 3 toys, except when you look on his back, he doesn't actually have wings. Those wings are actually sculpted in there. But he does have this button here, which when you press it, he talks. And that's really cool. One thing that this Buzz had was blinking eyes, but unfortunately mine doesn't blink anymore, unfortunately. He does talk though, however, so he does have a switch right here where if we turn him
I
off,
am Buzz Lightyear.
so he started talking, but I didn't really press anything yet. But before I go through some of his phrases, I just want to show you his face. His helmet is retractable. The head doesn't move, unfortunately, because it had like this motor in it which allowed his eyes to blink. But if we close it, here's his laser sound. And I'll go through some of his phrases.
Buzz Lightyear calling Sheriff Woody.
And that's when he would interact with the Woody.
There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger. I am a member of the Universe Protection Unit. Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Do you read me? Sheriff, I sense something. The security of the entire universe is in jeopardy. Buzz Lightyear calling Sheriff Woody.
Yeah, that's really cool that he has a lot of Toy Story 1 phrases. I believe that all of his buns say the same thing, but just to be sure,
there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
I'm just going to push him anyway to show for
I am
demonstration.
Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger. I am a member of the Universe Protection Unit.
So I think that's all of them for this mode, but another cool thing that he does is that when you press his red button, I know in the movies this is where his wings would pop out. I guess it'll work if I switch him to try me mode, but let me push this button in the back right here.
Sheriff, have you seen my spaceship?
So he says a little bit more phrases.
Stop, alien, or I'll blast you with my laser.
So let me press him. And
I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
so I was right. That red button only works when he's on try me mode.
Stop, alien, or I'll blast you with my laser.
Let's see what other phrases he says.
I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger. Stop, alien, or I'll blast you with my laser. I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
Okay, so I think that's all of them. But another thing too is you'll know what these are if you're familiar with Buzz Lightyear's. That's his toy detector mode, how he interacts with Sheriff Woody. But it's not rubber here, it's just plastic. Because the collection Buzz and signature collection Buzz has rubber here, but his waist only goes that far and that far. It doesn't rotate all the way around. He does have articulation in his legs, like you can hear the clicking sound of when you pose him. Same thing with his arms, but as far as finger articulation goes, not all of his fingers articulate They're just kind of stuck in that position. His wrist here doesn't really swivel that much, but he does have articulation in his arms and his elbows, which I think is really cool. Now, if I could get Buzz to stand up here, and we just set him here for a second, so I could show you guys another Buzz Lightyear that I have. This is the Toy Story 3 standard talking Buzz Lightyear, which you could tell by the face sculpt. He does not have moving eyes, but I wanted to compare him because when we put the two of these guys side by side, one thing that you can easily tell is like their basic form is the same, but not all of their articulation is the same. Like, for example, this Buzz right here has wings, which the interactive one doesn't. And what I actually wanted to do was show both of these guys side by side so you guys can see the difference in the wings. Now, in the movie, I believe it looked like this. It didn't look like this, but these wings actually come out. This one doesn't. And I actually just noticed just now, I think that the Interactive Buddies Buzz is a little bit taller, I noticed. But if we bring these two to the back side so we could see the difference. Yeah, they all have a lot of screw holes, but the most notable difference is the screws here, they don't actually come out. That's just, you lift the back compartment off and that's where his batteries are. But here he doesn't have a sticker. Another thing I thought was weird was, you know, when you push this button here and he just talks, in the movie, that's how you do his karate chop action, which none of these Buzzes from Thinkway Toys have karate chop action, but this is something the collection one should actually have. Like, even though this isn't the collection one, I'll show you. I actually took his batteries out, but if we look at his wings, for example, see how they're just painted green and red. They don't actually flash or anything. But if we look at it from the back side, they're straight, which is actually movie accurate. They just forgot to put the danger and the jet exhaust right here. But even though this is a standard talking Buzz Lightyear that only went for like $35 back in the day, I still think he's still really good to have. But when we put the two of these side by side, neither one of them have a wrist communicator, unfortunately. But I still would recommend them. I just wish I had the Woody to go to this set so I can show you guys how they interact with one another. Unfortunately, the eyes on him don't blink anymore. Unfortunately, I've tried just replacing in the batteries, and it didn't work. At least he talks. I actually had another one of them, but he didn't talk because his batteries actually leaked. But if I ever do find the Woody that goes with this Buzz Lightyear, I will definitely do a review of him and have them talk to each other so you could hear some of their interactive phrases. But regardless, though, I think this is still a pretty good Buzz Lightyear to have. Both of these are. I would highly recommend it. It is a little bit rare, though. Like, if you're looking for them new in box, they do pop up on eBay sometimes, but they're really expensive. This guy, unfortunately, I got him loose, but his condition isn't bad. It's just a shame his eyes don't blink. But I couldn't recommend both of these guys enough. These are definitely great Buzzes to have, especially if you don't have a collection or a signature collection version. I would definitely recommend both of these guys because they're cool in their own respective ways. And they'll take you back down memory lane if these bring back any memories of the good old days toy shopping at Toys R Us. But that's all for this review. Like, subscribe, let me know if you want to see some more Buzz Lightyear videos, and I'll see you guys on the next video review. Danger Rock signing off.